Many people embark on their pour-over journey with great enthusiasm. They acquire a beautiful coffee dripper, a gooseneck kettle for precise pouring, perhaps even a scale to weigh their coffee and water. Yet despite their best efforts, the resulting cup often falls short of their expectations. It might taste disappointingly weak, unpleasantly bitter, or simply muddy and indistinct. The culprit is rarely the brewer or the technique itself. More often than not, it is one piece of equipment that was overlooked. The coffee grinder is, without a doubt, the single most important tool in your coffee-making arsenal. It is the foundation upon which every delicious cup is built. Neglect it at your peril. The grinder dictates how the hot water interacts with your coffee. Brewing is a process of extraction. Water flows over and through the coffee grounds, dissolving soluble compounds that create flavors and aromas. The size and shape of these grounds determine surface area and how fast water moves through the coffee bed. If the grounds are too large, water will rush through too quickly and under-extract, causing sourness, which most people don't want to taste in their coffee. If the grounds are too small, water can get stuck and over-extract, resulting in bitter, harsh, even astringent coffee. A good grinder turns brewing from chance into a craft you can control. When you first look for a coffee grinder, you will encounter two types: blade grinders and burr grinders. At a glance, a blade grinder seems appealing. They're inexpensive and widely available. However, its method of operation is the downfall. A blade grinder does not actually grind coffee. It smashes it into random sizes through repeated impact. The longer it runs, the more fines it creates. The result is wildly inconsistent particles, from large boulders to ultra-fine dust. When you pour, water channels around the big chunks, while fines choke the bed and draw out harsh compounds. Under-extracting and over-extracting at the same time. Sour, bitter, muddy, even silty. A burr grinder operates differently. Two abrasive surfaces, one fixed, one rotating, crush beans to a uniform size. You control size by adjusting the distance between the burrs. This precision is something blades cannot offer. It is a sledgehammer versus a finely calibrated mill. A burr grinder is not a luxury, it is essential. Although the cost is higher up front, the improvement is immediate and dramatic. If you commit to a burr grinder, you will encounter another layer of detail: the shape of the burrs. The two dominant designs are conical and flat. Conical burrs use a cone-shaped inner burr and a ring-shaped outer burr. Beans are pulled downward and crushed between them. They often produce a main cluster at target size, plus a smaller cluster of fines. Unlike blade dust, this pattern is predictable. Some appreciate the added body these fines can bring, others aim to minimize them. Flat burrs use two opposing rings. One remains stationary while the other spins. Coffee enters at the center, travels outward, and is ground along the way. This design typically yields a very uniform particle size, with fewer fines than a typical conical set. Many professionals favor flats for exceptional clarity and precision. So, which should you choose? High-quality conical grinders excel in great manual units and affordable electrics. High-end flat grinders appeal to those chasing maximum clarity. Ultimately, build quality, burr alignment, and materials matter more than shape alone. A well-made conical will outperform a poorly made flat every time. Having a burr grinder is only half the battle, the other half is adjusting it properly. For pour-over brewers like the V60, Kalita Wave, and Chemex, aim for medium to medium coarse. Think coarse sand or granulated sugar, gritty, not powder like flour, not chunky like rock salt. This size balances flow and extraction. If your brew finishes too quickly, your grind is too coarse, giving thin or sour results. Go slightly finer to add resistance and increase extraction. If it drags on too long, the grind is too fine, over-extraction, bitter and astringent. Go coarser to restore water flow. Target roughly 2.5 to 3.5 minutes for a single cup. Different coffees, origin, roast, and age need slight tweaks. Dialing in is an ongoing process. Choose a grinder with clear steps or markings that hold their setting reliably. Decide between manual and electric. Manual grinders are portable, compact, and quiet. Great value for 1 to 2 cups. At lower prices, a good manual often beats a cheap electric on consistency. Electric grinders add convenience and volume for busy routines or households. Look for low retention or single-dose designs to keep flavors fresh. Prioritize grind consistency. Seek uniform particles with minimal dust. Ensure easy, repeatable adjustment and straightforward cleaning. Invest in a quality burr grinder, learn to dial it in, and unlock a world of flavor. I hope you enjoyed this brief introduction to coffee grinders. Please like and subscribe and visit pour-over.uk for more coffee contentment.